Procedures. Procedures are blocks of code that could be reused by calling them from other code sections. Fortran has two forms of procedure: subroutines, functions. Subroutines are procedures that doesn't return any value when its execution ends. This means that subroutines are implemented when it is necessary to execute a certain task without notifying any value at the end of its execution. The format for a subroutine is the following: subroutine name, parameter 1, parameter 2, block of code. End subroutine name. Parameters could be avoided if not needed. All subroutines must include the implicit none instruction. To call a subroutine, we use the instruction call as the following example. Call subroutine name, argument 2, 1, argument 2. Functions. Functions are procedures that return a value when its execution ends. This means that functions are implemented when it is necessary to execute a certain task to notify a value at the end of its execution. The format for a function is the following: function name, parameter 1, parameter 2, result, norm, block of code. Norm equals value, end function name. Parameters could be avoided if not needed. All functions must include the implicit none instruction. To call a function, we use the function name as the following example. Variable name equals function name, argument 1, argument 2. Dummy arguments versus arguments. Dummy arguments or parameters are variables specified while procedure definition, and arguments are variables specified while procedure call. Example of dummy arguments: function add x, y, result, norm, block of code, norm equals x plus y, end function, add. Example of arguments: result equals add 1, 2. Dummy arguments could have read and write access, or write access. This could be specified with the intent out variable attribute. An example of dummy arguments: function add x, y, result, norm, integer, intent, in, x, integer, intent, y, norm, equals x plus y, end function, add. The functions that have all its dummy arguments as intent in are called pure functions. If we need to modify arguments value, we are going to use a subroutine. All arguments are called by reference. This means that the procedure could change the value of the argument variable if not specified as intent. If we want a procedure to be called by value, we need to specify the value attribute. Pass by value versus pass by reference. Pass by value means that the arguments of a procedure could not be changed outside the procedure scope. Arguments are just a copy of real variable values. Pass by reference means that the arguments of a procedure could be changed outside the procedure scope. Arguments are a link, pointer, of real variable values. Pointers. Pointers are variables that store memory addresses of specific data types. Example of pointer variables: integer, pointer, x, integer, target, y, x, y, x equals 1s. Now the pointer variable x points to the variable name y. If we change the value, both variables would have the same value but different memory addresses. A pointer variable is a memory address that stores another memory address. A variable is a memory address that stores a value type. Associated and nullify pointers. We can check if a pointer is associated to a certain variable with the associated procedure call. We can also break the link between pointer and variable with the nullify procedure call. Modules. Modules are separated pieces of code that contain definitions that are accessible to programs, procedures, and other modules through the use statement. They can contain data objects, type definitions, procedures, and interfaces. It is recommended to always place functions and subroutines within modules. An advantage of placing subroutines and functions in modules is that they can have optional arguments. In a procedure with an argument declared optional, the present function is used to test if the argument was set in the caller procedure. In the next video, we would see some code examples about all this new topics. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in the next video.